This is for the ones who were raised on gasoline dreams, for the lug nuts holding tight to the wild red line scenes, for the families, the drivers, the wrench-turning crews, for the chrome, the smoke, and the ones who refuse to lose. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, that's who we are. We're a culture, we're a brotherhood, we are rolling motor fire. Bill Nye Ballard, that's the creed written deep in our veins. We turn busted cars into legends and rust into fame. From late night garage grind to race day stadium roars, every scar on our knuckles unlocked 1,000 doors. We don't back down, we don't break, we don't fold. Every ride we build tells a story worth gold. This is for the ones who were raised on gasoline trains, gasoline trains. For the lug nuts holding tight to the wild red line scenes, for the families, the drivers, the wrench-turning crews, for the chrome, the smoke, and the ones who refuse to lose. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, that's who we are. We're a culture, we're a brotherhood, we are rolling motor fire. Here's to the nights when the world said slow down, but the engine said no when we stood our ground. To the ones who grew up rich and when the rest took the easy way, we found our path in the piston noise and we'll ride it every day. Pedal to the metal, this is where we belong. Cars, trucks, monster trucks, loud and strong. Passion, pride, lug nuts, side by side. If you love what you drive, then ride, ride, ride. This is for the legends that started in dusty garages, for the kids who chase dreams through the scars and collages, for the racers who gave everything without fail, and the fans who stand proud when the engines wail. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, this ain't a phase. It's our passion, our culture, and we'll live into the grave. Pedal to the metal, forever in our veins. So look out, we're only getting louder from here. Nothing built strong was ever built out of fear. The road is wide open and the fire won't slow, because this isn't a hobby, this is the only life we know. Pedal down, heads high. We're not done. Pedal down, heads high. Pedal down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pedal to the Metal, the podcast where horsepower meets heart. From the shine of collector cars to the roar of race cars and the thunder of monster trucks, we've got it all. So buckle up your seatbelt, turn on the gas, and grab your favorite brew, 'cause the ride starts now. And now, here's your host, Roller.
Hey, what's up, what's nuts? How you doing tonight? How you doing tonight, boy? All right, let's Come on, hey, thank you very much. Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to see you guys here tonight. There's my rowdies up front. How you guys doing, man? Great to see you, baby. Great to see you. All right, let's just calm down here. I got some stuff to talk about before we get started here, man. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Very important stuff to talk about right now. Very important stuff right there. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Chuck. How y'all doing tonight? Hey, guys, I'll tell you what, man, I didn't think we were going to make it. I kept sending out messages to you guys and letting you know that, hey, I'm on the phone with HP support. We had problems, man. I had a blue box in there. Hello, Carter. How are you, young lady? Anyway, I finally got to some lady that finally helped me. I just begged her. I said, please help me, please. I had already called Ron and I had canceled. And I said, Ron, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, man. I don't want to keep you up and keep you waiting or whatever. And he's like, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it. So anyway, I called him back. I said, hey, the ball is in your court. I said, if you want to do the show, we'll do the show. I said, they'll come, they'll see it's that we're on, and they'll come and they'll listen and tune in and stuff like that. And he said, yeah, man, let's do this. So anyway, we will be calling Ron here pretty soon. I'm sorry that I did not get on at the 6 o'clock hour so we could play some music and all that. But guys, I really tried. I was on the phone with HP support for over 51 minutes and finally got a hold of somebody, and it still took another 20 after that to get everything done. So anyway, what time is it? 7:02. I've been on for 2 minutes, so we made the 7 o'clock time. That's a good thing, I guess, right there, But no, tonight we got Ron Dumcombe on. I'm kind of scattered here. I got notes and papers all over the place. I'm not prepared, so excuse me. But we got Ron Dumcombe on tonight. He was the driver of Smoke. That was Tony Stewart's monster truck. And he's all into, he was also the driver of the Mavrick Monster Truck. And Ron and I done some shows together. Just a really good guy, man. And just a lot of fun. And it's always fun to call and talk to your friends and that you haven't caught up with like in a long time, and I love doing that. So let's see here. Let's get the calendar out because we got let's see here. What did I do with the calendar? I apologize, guys. I am so I guess I'm flustered right now because I didn't think that this was going to happen. So we're going to have to forget about doing some advertisements and all that right now. But anyway, I have filled up February except for one day on the 15th. I have the 6 to 7 hour filled, but I don't have anybody in that spot yet, and I will have somebody in that spot before the month's over with, or before the 15th. So February is full. We got Ron Dumcombe on tonight. Next on Sunday, we got a gentleman named Bobby C on, and then Joey Sylvester with Bad Hobbit Monster Truck, Kevin King, Monster Truck Driver Extraordinaire on the 11th. Then, like I said, on the 15th, we got a good musical guest on. His name is Adam Cheech, and he's going to be on the first half of the show, or the first part of the show from 6 to 7, and then I'll fill that second part from 7 to whenever. And then on the 18th, we got an exceptionally good show. Rebecca and Darren Schnell from Bigfoot, they're running the Hot Wheels tour over in Europe, and they're over there right now, in fact, and they'll be coming back, and they won't be. Yeah, how's your blood pressure after that? Debbie, I would imagine it's spiking pretty high. I would imagine it's doing pretty good right now. It's pumping. Anyway, they'll be off on the 18th, and they said that they'd be more than happy. These two are some great people. Rebecca, when she met Darren, she was going to be a nurse, and she became a nurse, and then all of a sudden, she started driving monster trucks, and we got to find out about that, what happened with that, and different things. I think she still wants to do the nursing deal, but she's enjoying her monster truck deal, and they're young, they don't have any kids, and they are they are seeing the world. I mean, they're doing the Hot Wheels tour over in Europe. I mean, they're going everywhere. And she's going to talk about the places she loved, the food, and just different things like that. There was a couple places that she said she would never want to go back to, but that's fine. And then on the 22nd, we got Josh Bumgardner from Bigfoot. And then also on the 25th, we have Alan Pizzo in the Predator Monster Truck. So February is a good, exciting month for, Flex that X. That's right, baby. Flex the X. Sean Green's in the house, my brother. But anyway, it's going to be a very exciting month on Pedal to the Metal. Motors and music. I have created some new songs, and I've taken some of my old songs. Now get this. Don't everybody fall over. Just make sure you're sitting down. I have turned some of my songs into a Latin crossover. So, that's exactly right. Now, I don't know how to speak Spanish, and I made one for a friend of mine that does, and out of Black Tie Soul, and I sent it to him last night, and he absolutely loved it. He said that was the coolest song that he did. So right now, I'm just going to give you a little taste of what it is here, and this is called Vader Prowls in the Night, which is on the Black Tie Soul album, and now it's going to be here's one, and it's in Spanish. So we'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal. I'll regroup and calm down.
Back in 1982, cuando ese sueño se volvió real. Boattail, Midnight Black, brillando nuevo bajo la luna. Cuando ruge, la noche escucha. Back in 1982, yeah, saw that dream come true. When that boattail caught his heart, midnight black and shining new. Louvers on the trunk, yeah, that year was 101. So subtle, so clean, esa belleza no se va jamás. Black leather seats, luxury and fire. From the moment he turned that key, that Riviera lit desire. And when that 455 starts humming, sientes la tentación venir. En la noche sin miedo a vivir. 'Cause Vader prowls in the night, rodando lento bajo street lights. Deep black pearl, brillante y fiel, flotando suave como un sueño cruel. Black on black, pura obsesión. Sí, Vader prowls in the night, pura obsesión. Sí, Vader prowls in the night. Siente el ritmo, siente el poder. Cuando rueda no hay que temer. Bajo la luna sin explicación, Vader manda en la oscuridad, pura dominación. Side marker del istmo, Nosebleed grill, black and bumpers, front and rear, intimidación sutil, air ride, lighting low, automático al caer. Cuando pisa el boulevard, el mundo aprende a ceder. Pile spinning lento, 18 situense atrás. Cada línea de ese cuerpo grita, Riviera jamás igual. And when that baseline starts to shake, deslizándose en el aire, dominando la noche. 40 años, mismo conductor, mismo sueño, mismo respeto. Cuando escuches ese rugido y sientas el viento de medianoche, solo recuerda una cosa: el rey ha llegado. Long live Vader, rey de los Night Owls. Long live Vader.
Well, there you go, man. There you go. I told you guys I was going to mess around with it one day and try to get something going here in the romance movie starring me and the Sean Green. You are not right. You're just not right. But I'm going to work on a couple other ones this weekend, guys. I'm going to make up some stuff and just see what it's like, man. I mean, I love all styles of music, don't get me wrong, and that one there, I'm thinking of a cumbia song, and if you don't know what that is, that's a dance song and stuff like that. So I'm going to do a cumbia song, and thank you, Carter, for Radio Worthy. I appreciate that, man. But anyway, I'll have some more for Sunday, and we'll go from there. But right now, let's call Ron and get him on the line. And by the way, I forget, let's see, what was his name? Something Buckley. I can't remember. No, or Beckley. Anyway, he named the album, and we did Echoes of the West, and that's up for sale right now. It's not on Spotify or nothing like that, but we are going to put it in to Spotify here real soon and get that going. But Black Tie Soul hit this morning, and it's ready to go. So we, let's see here. We got, oh yeah, it's going to work. It's going to work. Hurdy-gurdy, man. Hurdy-gurdy. What's up? Go, Blake. How you doing, brother?
Hello.
What's up, Top Dog? How you doing, my brother?
Doing well, man. Doing really well.
Dude, I have been, it was like getting ready for intros, you know, and your starter goes out and you're scrambling. And that's what I was doing, man. I was like scrambling hard. And then I just thought, well, I'm not going to make intros, man. So I appreciate you wanting to come back on, though, bro. You're a true hero, guaranteed.
No, we've all been there before, Roller, and we know.
That's the truth.
We do everything in our power to keep the show rolling along. And, well, glad you got it all worked out. So your blood pressure come down a notch or two, or you still peeing?
Well, you know, I think I'm peaking a little bit still, but by the time we get done here, I'll calm down and stuff. And I don't know if you're listening to it on the radio or not, or on Facebook or not, but I'm getting into some Latin music, man, and I turned one of my songs into a Latin crossover deal, and man, they were getting thumbs up and everything like that. So, well, hey, what do you do, man?
No, I'm tuning in on you. I hope my feed on my end's good, but
no, we're fine.
Here watching you on the old computer and chatting with you. It's good to be on.
Oh man, it's good to hear from you, my friend. So you know, I know you've been busy after retirement and stuff, and we'll get into that a little bit later on. But you know, let's just start off as and we got a great song for him too, guys. We'll be playing that here pretty soon for him and stuff like that. But let's just start off when you were young and you started BMX riding, because I was into BMX hard, man. In fact, in Pueblo, my group of guys were the ones that got BMX started in Pueblo, Colorado, and then it took off, and then we got old and got motorcycles instead.
100%. I couldn't agree more. You know, that's kind of how I started, and always in the neighborhood and just tooling around and whatnot. Then I had some buddies that got into BMX, and that's where we were got our starts, and it was a charmed life, roller, for sure. It was a good times, and from there, I finally figured out that it was a lot easier twisting a throttle than pedaling the throttle. And when I graduated from pedaling, well, I got a lot better, but brought a lot of that style and flair from the BMX into the motocross, and it transitioned into some success for sure.
Guaranteed. I got a friend on here. I got to answer his question. Yes, Blake, I knew the Spicolas, but maybe not the ones you know. But yes, I did know some Spicolas in Pueblo. But that was true, man. We had this bike that we took and we made, and it was like a very competitive bike, but we had motorcycle handlebars on it. We lowered the seat way down low, and it was low on gravity and stuff. And that thing was just a fireball in the corners and stuff like that, and we all had them. And man, it was a lot of fun. And I've still got the scars on my shins from the rat trap pedals and all that other stuff. But BMX was fun, man. I enjoyed BMX racing. I really did.
It was, and it was something that was so natural for us, just to, after school and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody had a bike. You could always link up with your buddies from the hood and just go pedaling around, man.
That's the truth, man. We lived on our bikes. I mean, that's the thing. I was on my bike as much as I could. I lived on that bike, and I won't ever regret those days for sure, guaranteed.
Hell no. And the great thing about that, roller, is you look back and it was nothing for us to ride our bikes 20, 30 miles, 40 miles across town or whatnot.
True.
Hell, now I have a hard time walking to the mailbox, my man.
I can remember, leaving in the mornings and my mom would say, "Do you have that quarter in your shoe?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, I got that quarter, man. And don't worry, I'll be okay if I give you, if I get it." "No, well, don't be going across town." Okay, ma'am, I wouldn't. "Where are we going?" "We're going to the south side of town." And we pedal over there and pedal all downtown and everything. It was such a fun life, man. It was just, there was no cares. There was not all the, excuse my language, but the bullshit that's going on in this world right now and stuff. It was just a great time to grow up as a kid, man. It really was.
100%. I couldn't agree more. And, definitely a more wholesome time. And,
yes.
I remember BMXing and whatnot. And, I had a couple of buddies of mine that were very talented, really good riders. And, rode for couple different factories and whatnot. Utah was always kind of a hot spot. Just had a good buddy of mine that we raced BMX with that was just inducted into the BMX Hall of Fame, which was super cool. But dude, I remember being like 16 years old and stuff. We'd jump into my buddy's Mazda GLC and we'd head to California for like a week, 2 weeks. My mom would give me $60.
Yeah, exactly.
How we made it, I don't know, but we did.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. It's guaranteed the truth for sure, man. And then I can remember a buddy of mine, he's passed now. His name was Larry Moore. And Larry Moore come out with the Schwinn Scrambler. And this was before all the mongooses and all that stuff were out, And this Schwinn Scrambler showed up on the track. It was a machine and a half, man. And I thought, wow, they ain't going to ever get any better. And then as my boys were growing up, they had some bikes, man. My kid had Hoffmans and stuff. And God, they were really cool bikes, man. And very rugged bikes, So it changed a lot. It really did.
It did for sure. And, we were lucky enough to see kind of the progression of bikes, because I raced BMX in the mid '80s, and I remember when the Scrambler come out. I remember the old Yamahaulers.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and when those were cutting edge, and then the next one was the Scrambler, and moving on to the Schwinn Stings, and MCS, Mongoose, Redline, GT, all of it.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
times.
Guaranteed, man, guaranteed. And then came the motorcycles, and there was nothing better. Because instead of doing 50 miles, you could do 100 miles, and you could go and just rip it up and tear it up and just have a blast. Even a better time than BMXing, man.
Right, for sure.
So what about you? When did you get into the motocross end of it?
It was funny because growing up, I always had a mini bike. I had a 1976 XR75 that,
Yep.
dude, I literally rode the wheels off in the neighborhood. That was back when Salt Lake City was kind of a charming town, and we still had fields and shit like that. You could ride out of your garage, and they were cutting in a new freeway just south of my neighborhood, and it was just all dirt. We were building tracks and whatnot, but never really got into the racing. My parents always thought I was way crazy. I thought they told me I was going to kill myself on one of them, and well, after they got divorced and whatnot, I got a job and bought me a 1983 CR125.
Awesome bike.
From the neighbor kid.
Yeah.
Fantastic bike. And I remember it was $650, Roller, and I had to pay him payments.
Well, that's big money back then, dude, for a young person. It really was.
Yeah, yep, for sure. And so from there, it was just, dude, I was destined. I was a super fan at that point of motocross, and as we both know, the mid to late '80s was like the big deal. There was just a big deal with Supercross coming on, and Johnny O'Mara and Jeff Ward, and Ricky Johnson, David Bailey, Machine,
Roger DeCosta.
I thought I could be one of those guys, and
right.
And so away I went, and sure as shit, you'd get bucked off and bust something. I got pretty close to turning pro, and just lots of injuries, as we know, and at that point, it got to be, I don't know, through the 90s and into the 2000s, and I got bucked off one last time, and I was done, dude. I told myself I'm never laying on the couch again to get healed up from a damn murder bike.
Yeah, and they can stomp a mud hole. It seemed like every time you wrecked, you looked behind you, and there was that bike, and it was like going, I'm going to get you again. I'm going to get you again. And bam, here it come again, and just stomp a mud hole in you, man.
100%, dude. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it was something like that, and I mean, I used to race, and it's funny you said on the XR75, and it still had the twin shocks on it. It wasn't even a monoshock, and so the bikes I grew up on, they were all twin shock bikes, and then the monoshock come out, and I thought, oh my God, this is amazing, and but I switched to Suzuki's for some reason because of Roger DeCosta, I guess that's why, because I followed him really hard.
Well, DeCosta was the man, and dude, I think he's 80-something years old, and why he's still the man. You know what I mean?
Guaranteed, man. And it's just like, you have a passion for something and you do a good job at it, and it's just like you with monster trucks. Your name still comes out there when people talk. They're like, remember Ron Dumcombe, and people are like, oh shit, that guy was crazy. Yeah, I do, man, for sure. And stuff. But when I was starting to make your song, you said that you were born in Denver. So did you move to Salt Lake as a young man?
I did. I was adopted by my parents, and I got shipped over the hill, and the rest was history. Grew up in Salt Lake City. Left for a little while in the late 90s, moved to Bend, Oregon for a bit, and just wasn't home, and I promptly turned back around and come home, and it's where my buddies were and where I grew up, and this is where my roots are, man.
Right. So you talk about racing cars, trains and stuff over there at CNS, right? Is that what you said, right? CNS?
Nope, that was a glitch. I meant to give you a heads up on that.
Oh, okay.
It was Rocky Mountain Raceways.
Rocky Mountain Raceway, okay. But that's still, I mean, did you travel over there to race there, or what did you do?
I run the monster truck over there for old Jim's what was it, the Father's Day Classic at Colorado National Speedway. Always a blast.
Good track.
Had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There running the monster truck, and met some really cool people. And Jim, what a great promoter, and just a first class cat.
Yeah, guaranteed. I worked for him.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
It was always a wild one, dude, because we'd go over there, and I remember because we'd go with J.R. McNeil and was it Fred Moore, Ice Cream Man?
Yeah. And probably oh God, why can't I remember his name? Young guy. It's still John Zimmerman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Zimmer was over
John
there.
And
yeah.
So it was always, and that was kind of a big deal for us. And I made it to the finals one year. We're just making passes, dude, and it was a stacked field. I remember we made it all the way to the finals, and me and Jacob Ladwig and Rat Attack, and we were just knocking them off, dude. It was like it was like the privateers against the big boys, and just making passes, and here we are all the way to the finals on Father's Day Sunday, and just kind of got ahead of myself, and you know how fast Jacob still is in the Rat Attack, and that sunbuck, he got me by an eyelash at the stripe.
Oh man, but that's a pretty cool truck too. It really is. Anytime you have a monster truck that's a Corvette body, yeah, I kind of like that a lot.
57 split window, roller.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 63 split window.
63. Yeah.
Yeah. 63 split window. Yeah. Just a beaut, and kudos for Sammy and them for building that, and and I think it's still around. I think it's still running very hard out there.
Oh yeah, Jacob's got that truck now, dude, and he runs the wheels off it still.
Right. Hello, Kevin Dickey. We kind of jumped a little ahead, but I mean, you even got into the trains and stuff at the Speedway, right? And stock car racing and different things like that, right? You rode the late modifieds, didn't you? The smaller motor ones.
Yeah, the late model lights. So
late model lights, yeah.
I went to work for Rocky Mountain Raceways in 1997 when the track opened. I did marketing, promotion, sold sponsorships and whatnot, and then just got to be good friends with these guys. And, Rocky Mountain Raceways, believe it or not, was modeled very similarly to Colorado National Speedway with the X of 3/8 of a mile. It had a little more banking and whatnot, but the owner at the time, they loved them train cars, roller, and I had a buddy, and I was always pretty good with the gift of gab and talking to people and getting people to throw a few shekels our way, and help out with the sponsorship. So I had a good friend of mine, and we'd found that 77 Eldorado front wheel drive, the big old motor in it, and latched a Chevy Celebrity or something, and a Chevette in the back, because that was the lightest car.
Right.
And holy shit, dude, how I didn't kill myself in that contraption, but man, we had a lot of fun.
And I sitting there after you told me that, and being a driver that you were, I always wondered why you were in the back. Why didn't you take the Eldorado? Because it was a lot beefier car than that Chevette.
Oh, 100%, my man, 100%. And well, at the time, dude, I was just pining to get in something. You know,
Yeah.
My motocross was kind of winding down, and with age comes a cage. And you know, we had the mini cups out there. I got a little seat time in one of those mini cups,
Uh-huh.
a little Honda motor, the half scale late models.
Yes.
And drove them. But I had this buddy that's like, well, let's go train car racing. That's going to be a crowd favorite. And, you know, Skip Delaney, great guy, still around. He was he was a bartender at the local nightclub here, and he had an in with the brewery. And so the train car was called Budweiser.
Uh-huh.
And we did that, and you know, he was always the wheel man, and I was a monkey in the back. And I'm telling you, brother, I was the monkey in the back.
I bet you took some hits, man. Oh my God, I bet you did. Because I remember watching them trends, and I'm like, that back one is definitely the kiss of death one to be in for sure.
There's some bitches like a bullwhip back there. You know? I remember getting tattooed in the intersection one night that flipped me over, and you know, I'm the brakes to the whole some bitch. And dude, he drug me around that track for about a lap and a half as I'm upside down on my roof before the momentum ground us to a halt. You know, we do. There's no radios or nothing. It was kind of hand signals. He's
Right.
2 cars in front of me. It's dark. We don't know what's going on half the time. And I'm like, God, I was pissed, dude. I was like, I'm upside down. I got all these sparks coming in the interior of the car. I think I'm on fire. And, you know, Skip still pedal to the metal, if you will, and drug me for a lap and a half around the track upside down. I'm like, dude. He says, I didn't know you was upside down. I'm sorry. Like, you could have killed me.
Yeah. Oh man, that's the truth. That is the truth. You know, I could just see them sparks flying and stuff, and you upside down. And then there are no brakes. I mean, he's like, well, Ron's really going for a ride now. He must be loving it back there in the back. And that was a big figure 8 track. I mean, you got some speed up. It wasn't a little small figure 8. It was a pretty good sized figure 8 track.
Yes, it was. It was. And you know, with that old Eldorado, we were hauling the mail.
Yeah, guaranteed. Hello, Sam Ditto. How are you, my friend? But yeah, you know, that I think that all prepares you to get into a bigger vehicle that's got a lot of steel around it and a lot of protection, and it's weighing 10,500 pounds. And you know, I guess you really. When did you start the monster truck? When did you start the monster truck career?
Well, after I kind of wrapped it up, because yeah, I got the savvy and quick that, you know, I no longer wanted to be a caboose man. And you know, I was lucky. I had some friends that offered me a seat in those late model lights, which those were a blast to drive, super competitive. And from there, you know, I was always in charge of the Mavrick giveaway.
Right.
So during the intermission of Mavrick's Clash of the Titans at Rocky Mountain Raceway, we give away this build-up street rig that we give away during the intermissions of the Monster Truck show. I give us 7 of those away, Roller. So it was a successful campaign. Super exciting. We sold a lot of fountain drinks with it because there was a pull tab on the side of a 44-ounce soda, and how we give these trucks away was there was 10 keys floating around out there, and you know, everybody got a key during intermission, but only one key was a hoo-yah. So during that campaign, dude, I got to be friends with Craig Christensen and all the Bigfoot boys, and Harkey was around.
What a great guy.
Yeah, great guy. Larry Swim, still
Yep.
one of my best friends in the world.
Good guy too.
You know, Dan, we sure miss Dan.
Oh, man.
And dude, I was pining over these guys, and I'm telling you, at the end of that run with those giveaway trucks, I go into the board meeting at Maverick, and I was like, these guys is like, you know, Ron, this promotion's kind of run its course and whatnot, but what do you want to do next, and how can we be bigger? Dude, I didn't skip a beat at all. I thought they were going to laugh in my face, and I says, what we need to do is get a real monster truck.
There you go.
Thinking that they'd balk at that and whatnot. No, they're like, you could do that? And I'm like, well, I think so.
Uh-oh, they're taking me seriously.
Right. And by this time, I'd made pretty good friends with a bunch of drivers in the industry and whatnot. And none of those guys, my so-called friends, give me a heads up and told me, just run the other direction. They're like, we can make this happen, Ron. So I talked to Schaefer, and I flew down to Florida. Got a little seat time in the truck. And dude, I was absolutely petrified of that thing. Didn't know how to fire it up. Didn't know, I could see nothing from the driver's seat but the curvature of the earth.
Yeah, that's about the truth. Oh, dude, I'm going to have a sore stomach in the morning, man, for sure. But yeah, that's the truth. I mean, you're sitting up there tall.
Yeah. Yep. So they got me a little seat time in it, and then we leased that truck from Paul Schaefer for a few years just to, get our feet wet, see if this was even something that we wanted to do. And I tell you, it was a big project. Of course, I didn't know anything about monster trucking at that time, and just had a dream. I had a great group of guys around me. I had a bartender. I had a 9-fingered cabinet maker. I had a couple other buddies that helped, and away we went. We're going to figure it out, and got more seat time. And then I hooked up a couple years after that. The first couple of years, Maverick really didn't want to run the truck. It was just like a 12-foot tall business card.
Right.
I had sold my soul to the Maverick Corporation with doing these radio displays twice a week, all summer long, for 4 hours at a different store location. And back then, Maverick only had like 130, 150 stores. And so, dude, I have never worked so hard, tiring up, tiring down, setting it up, doing radio remotes. And after that second year, I'm like, you know what, you guys, this truck isn't made for this. If you want to go back to the giveaway trucks where we'd back it out of the trailer and open the doors and crank the stereo, we can do that. But if we're going to keep doing this, we need to start competing with it. The guy that built the giveaway trucks, I still hang out with them all the time, but you remember my old crew chief, Rob Cherry.
Yeah, I sure do. Yeah.
All Pro Performance there in Ogden, and I linked up with him, dude, and that guy was instrumental to my career because, dude, he'd come from that background and whatnot. I'd tear the shit out of it, and Robbie'd fix it, and we were the dynamic duo.
Yeah, guaranteed. And you do. You tear them up every weekend. Somehow, some way, something gets broke. I mean, when you take 10,500 pounds and you throw it up in the air a bunch in a 2-hour period, something's going to break.
Every time.
Guarantee. I mean, I don't care how good you are. I mean, Bigfoot, they're a little bit different. They seem to last a little bit longer, but dang, it still happens to them.
We've been to 100 shows with them, and they break just like the rest of them.
Guaranteed.
Just maybe not as often. You know?
Well, they got some really, really nice parts, man. They got some really, those ZF axle or, housings and all that. I mean, all that stuff is just built really well and stuff. But yeah, it's fun. But now, when did you drive, and how did you get to drive the smoke truck?
So the smoke truck was the original truck that I got from Paul Schaefer.
Right.
So we rethemed that. I think his and who knows with Paul. I mean, he had licensing agreements with all them guys.
Oh, he did.
He was great at putting that stuff together, and so I think that agreement with Tony Stewart was done, and that was a truck that I got. Then I rethemed it as the Mavrick Monster Truck.
Uh-huh. Well, did you ever get to meet Tony Stewart?
I've met Tony a few times. When I was racing the midgets, he was pitted next to us there in Irwindale, California.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
And then to know your paths would cross and with monster trucks and stuff, and to think that now how exceptionally well he's doing it in the NHRA. I mean, his team is, he's got Matt Hagan. Of course, he ended up marrying Leah, so that she don't drive no more. But I mean, she's
coming back this year. She's back.
Is she? Oh, that's good because that girl could drive, man. I was always that was between her and Courtney. That was always a good race, I mean, they both got in there and drove them cars very, very well, man, for sure.
Yeah, they drive the wheels off them. It's funny because, that's why she had stepped out. They started a family, had a little boy and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, I kind of follow that. I'm a bit of a fan of the drag racing.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it.
And Stewart, he got kicked out of his seat. That was Leah's seat always.
That's the truth.
And she's ready to get back in. So
yeah. Well, and he did a good job. I mean, for never being in one, the man's just born to race. I mean, it's just, if you got it in you, it doesn't matter what it is. You learn it and it becomes secondary to you. I mean, it's just, that's the way it is. But I'll tell you one that we should watch out for is that young lady that was Zeta. I can't pronounce her last name. She's from Sweden, blonde-haired girl.
Right.
Man,
yep.
That girl might be something. I guarantee you. She gets some right sponsors and some right teams and stuff underneath her. She could be dangerous too, man. Guaranteed.
It's gonna be exciting here. What are we? Couple 3 weeks?
Yeah.
3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
Before their kickoff. Well, 2 weeks out of America's race, the Daytona 500, so it'll be fun to tune in for sure.
Oh, guaranteed, man. I can't wait to I just finished the last episode of last year's race and stuff, and because I record them a lot, I don't like to watch the commercials and stuff, and so I did, record a bunch and finally finished them, but I'm ready for the next season. I know it's the next season coming up because that boy of mine's a NASCAR fan, and when NASCAR racing's on, I'm like, okay, NHRA is just around the corner, man. We ain't too far away. We're not too far away at all, so I do look forward to that for sure. But hey, why don't we play your song, man?
Hey, I thought when you'd called me earlier, I was calling to accept my Grammy. It turned out magical, brother. Kudos to you.
Yeah.
I can't believe, I've known you for a long time, Roller, and I think you found your niche now, brother.
Well, thank you.
That's amazing. I listened to it the other night. I played it for the wife, and dude, I was seriously touching. I'll be quite honest with you, man. It takes a lot to impress me, and I was thoroughly impressed.
Well, I tell you what, I messed up. I didn't send you the second one. There's two different versions, and I hope I got the right one queued up. But I'll send you the other one, and I want to email them to you. That way, you can keep them and you can do whatever you want with them. If I email them to you, if I send them to you in the Suno program, it'll let you play it once or twice, and then you can't play it anymore. So I'll email those to you, and then you can download them and do whatever you want, and then you'll have them forever. And then I keep them.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I sent you my email, didn't I?
I don't know. I'll have to check and see, but I'll look and see. If not, we'll get it from you, and I'll make sure I do that. But this is called A Racer's Heart, guys, and this is about my brother right here, Ron Dumcombe, and we'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
Born in 66, Denver sky, dirt on his hands, fire in his eyes. If it had wheels, he'd chase it down, from alleyways to fairgrounds. BMX scars on his shins, pedals wore out, he wanted more wind. Motocross mud, throttle wide, always racing what was next in line. Some men grow roots, some chase a flame. Ron Dumcombe was built for speed and change. From two wheels to four, from dust to thunder, he never backed down, never ran under. Every hit, every scar, every broken part, just built a racer with a harder heart. He didn't ride for fame, he drove for truth. Yeah, this road remembers Ron Dumcombe. Cars chained on a Saturday night, Colorado National under the lights. 77 held leading the train, a hollow shell and then the pain. Chevette on the tail, taking the blows. Last one hit, everybody knows. Got tired of being the one getting slammed, so he took control with his own two hands. When you're done getting hit, you find your lane. That's when the driver earns his name. From two wheels to four, from dust to thunder, he never backed down, never ran under. Every hit, every scar, every broken part, just built a racer with a harder heart. He didn't ride for fame, he drove for truth. Yeah, this road remembers Ron Dumcombe. Ron Dumcombe. Digicars humming, four-cylinder light, laden Model 9s, racing just right. Open wheels, no room for fear, just trusting skill and a steady steer. Then in '07 the smoke rolled in, started driving for Paul Schaefer, that lease kicked in. Tony Stewart themed Smoke Monster Truck took flight, thunder shook the stands under Friday night. Crowd on fire as the ground went wild, big tires flying, steel and wire. Laid away, he built his own, steel and sweat, made it known. Mavrick, born wild and strong, carried his name for years long. 2012 Sportsman of the Year, pierce-tipped hats, respect sincere. Samboy lights, engine screamed, a lifetime lived inside that dream. From two wheels to four, from dust to thunder, he stood his ground, he pulled no cover. Every mile, every loss, every start, just built a man with a racer's heart. He didn't ride for fame, he drove for truth. Yeah, this road remembers Ron Dumcombe. Maverick road till 2020, sold it on the story plenty. Traveled far across the sea, now it rests in Australia free. These days it's water, wind and sun, pontoon bit. But if engines roar somewhere tonight, Ron Dumcombe's name rides with the sound and light.
Well, there you guys go, man. There you go. Another big hit right there from Mr. Duncan right there. And Ron, we were talking about the monster trucks and stuff, and you've done a lot of amazing things in the monster truck. I mean, you were very, very accomplished driver and stuff. But I guess what your best moment was Sam Boyd Stadium.
When we were down there, we were never a competing truck, just because how failed was with, you'd have to do so many shows, and with Mavrick at the time, we were just kind of a regional truck.
Right.
But we were always one of the display trucks, and we would do Monster Jam in Idaho and the Reno Livestock Center, and whatever jam events were regional in, with the drivers and whatnot. But the awards banquet, one year we were on display, and they my peers awarded me Sportsman of the Year, which was amazing.
For the folks that really don't understand what that means, it means that all the monster truck drivers voted him to be the Sportsman of the Year. And you're talking about big name drivers, that are out there competing every weekend, and big sponsorship trucks and stuff like that. That is a big honor, man. I kind of won something like that myself as far in the auctioneering contest, and it was not the Troy Welton Award, but it was an award, and it was voted on by the auctioneers, and that, to me, that was better than winning a world championship, guaranteed.
I couldn't agree more. We never had the opportunity to run all the events, but that was an amazing time of Monster Jam, and it was with Georgie Ballhan and Lee O'Donnell, one of my greatest friends in the world, Cam McQueen, Northern Nightmare, running with Damon Bradshaw and Monster Energy, and for those guys to recognize me that way, dude, I was actually, basically speechless when I accepted my award for the first time in my entire life.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, makes you feel good. Would you have liked to have been a driver for Monster Jam?
I got plenty of my Monster Jam experiences, but dude, at the time, as an independent dude, it was rough, because you're never gonna sell as many Digger shirts or whatnot, and dude, I'm by nature a pretty competitive guy and whatnot, but dude, you could literally burn your truck to the ground and you're not going to win, those awards and whatnot. And it was frustrating in the beginning and whatnot, but then you kind of figure out, it's about the fan's experience and just putting on a great show. And, I was always somewhat handcuffed to the steering wheel with Mavrick, because this shit was ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
And I was never in a position to go burn it to the ground every weekend, because I would have been out of budget, and I would have been pushing that thing up and down the
road. Well, you had a nice hauler, and you had a nice truck. Ed Beckley's online. Hello, Ed Beckley. How are you, sir? Glad to see you on. But yeah, man, it would have been hard to push that big old truck. You and your pit guy, guaranteed for sure.
Yeah, me and Rob for sure. Old Ed's on. Tell Ed I said what up.
Yeah,
Miss Big Ed.
He can hear you right there. He was on here a couple of weeks ago, and we talked. I built him a song too. So what I'm trying to do is all my monster truck drivers. I was doing it only for the guys on Saturday, or on Sunday's show, but I decided I'm going to do it for everybody. So I'm building a Monster Truck Driver song CD album, and I'm going to have that on here pretty soon. And you don't have anybody in the monster truck business, really, is what it is. Like Ed's song will be on there. Your song's going to be on there. Amber's is going to be on there. So there's everybody that I've done a song so far is going to be on there, and then we're gonna ship a copy of it out to you guys that have been on the show with it instead of have a song in there.
I love it. Again, congratulations, dude, because you're doing an amazing job with that.
Well, thank you. I don't believe. Well, I believe that probably when I was doing Monster Truck Radio, that we were really basically the first to be out there doing it on the internet. Okay, I don't know of anybody that wasn't, and so we're kind of the front runners of it. And then I went away and did it, and then Ross and them took it over and stuff. But I don't know anybody right now that is offering a package to let somebody be on the show, make a song about them, and then talk and make the show. I've combined every show that I've had into one show. So I got that's where the music part is. I've got the music in it and stuff like that. So I think that I'm the front runner of doing something like this, to be honest with you.
Still to this day, cutting edge, my man.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate that very much. I really do. I haven't had anybody. I made one for Joey Sylvester. He's on. And Joey Sylvester wanted one about being, and he was a heavy metal song. And, man, I had a little trouble there with his, but finally nailed it, and he liked it. And so, but I never pictured Joey Sylvester being a heavy metal guy, But, hey, everybody has their own, you know what I mean?
Sure. Well, Joey's always he was edgy that way for sure.
Yeah. The way he drove, stuff like that. He always had really nice equipment, and he wanted to be known as that professional driver, And Sam Ditto, I made my buddy Sam Ditto a song, and he loves his song, I enjoy doing that for my friends, okay? That's what I enjoy making my music, but I enjoy making the songs for my friends and stuff like that. That's where it's all about, man. So, anyway, enough about that. But, so, you raced for, excuse me, a couple years, and with the Mavrick truck and stuff, and then, you just decided you had enough, or what was the deal?
We threw our hat in the arena. I run a pro light. First, we went super light racing with the Lucas Oil Off Road Series, and then that series dried up, and we got a pro light. I run that for a while, but by this time, dude, I'm just kind of getting beat up and whatnot. Mavrick got bought out, and when Mavrick got bought out, just a lot of the dynamics that I had there had changed. It become a lot more corporate. They looked at everything that I was doing like it was a liability roller.
Right.
And then why we know, the situation with COVID and what it did with our industry, and Mavrick kind of wanted to unwind that. They knew that they bought the brand. They just wanted to build that brand now, and by build the brand, we did all the cool things with the radio shows and the giveaway trucks and the monster truck. All they wanted to do was just pop up new stores from Maine to Spain.
Right.
And so I could see where that was kind of going. And, it was, I think, 98. And the new owners, they just wanted to be done with it. Their interest was building new stores.
Right.
But dude, I went to them, and I was still having a lot of fun, Roller, and I felt like I had a few more laps left in me.
Sure.
So I went and talked to them, and I was like, I don't think it would be in your best interest just to cut the head off the snake. So they extended my contract through 2 more years, and then that was the COVID years, and that kind of ground everything to a halt. And why at the end of 2020, dude, I was at the end of the trail.
Yeah, COVID did that to a lot. I mean, they ruined our country by doing that, and it's too bad that we lost a lot of things that we lost. I mean, it'll never be the same again, and it really sucks because the world wasn't that bad before COVID. It was tough, but it wasn't as bad as things are now, and the way it's gone. But that's a whole nother show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd like to jump on that other show with you too. Well, at another time.
Yeah, that'd be one that I'd probably only have one show, and then they'd cut me and put me in Facebook jail for life. But it would be a humdinger. I guarantee you that.
Guy, he's super cool. Whatever happened?
He's in Facebook jail still to this day. They threw the key away.
Right? No, I haven't seen him, man. I don't know what happened to that guy.
Yeah, his family hasn't seen him either, but well, hey. So would you get back if somebody called you and said, "Hey, man, we'd like you to run a couple of years, and we're going to build you a state-of-the-art truck, and we're going to have a crew chief and somebody that drives the hauler, and if you want, all you got to do is fly in and drive and make our truck big, famous again," and would you do it?
That's a great question, and as much as it pains me to say, I probably wouldn't do it.
Right.
There's a big part of me that says, hell yeah, can I start tomorrow?
That's the
I
racer
got a real job now.
Yeah.
And I'm out there grinding every day just like the rest of us, but if I could do it with, I got to give a shout out to my good buddy, the Godfather, my kid's godfather, Kevin Slater. The guy'd been with me since day one with all forms of my racing. And if I could get the boys from the band back together, head out with Robbie, but everybody gets busy. We get a little longer in the tooth. I got grandbabies now, but we go watch monster trucks, and they're young. They're not old enough to ever see Papa out there, and
right.
I think that would be pretty bitching.
Oh, sure.
To have them come to shows. But if there's a seat out there, I can probably do a part-time gig.
Yeah, exactly. Hello, anybody out there? Yeah, but no. I mean, does your grandkids, do they understand that you did do the monster truck stuff? Do they know all that?
A little bit. There's we got pictures and trophies around and whatnot. But yeah.
Do they talk to you about it, or are they into that kind of stuff, or I guess what I'm saying.
Yeah, they are. They're two little granddaughters, and I still stay in contact. I've got some buddies that still have me come out and do a little guest announcing and whatnot, which is fun for me.
Sure.
Because, you're not always gone, but I still have the opportunity to see my buddies. But, Paul Jensen just took me up with this suite at Monster Jam here couple weeks ago in the Delta Center, and I'm telling them, Papa used to be out there and whatnot. Yeah, they're little girls, they just roll their eyes.
Yeah,
they look at me like I'm a rack of yard tools now.
Well, you're like me. I have a granddaughter, and I would love to be able to take her out to a show and be able to announce and let her know what I do, because she's always asking why I have all this. What's that, Pops? What are those things have big wheels on them for and stuff, And I'd like to see her me doing that, and stuff. But hey, it is what it is, and those are memories, and I still dabble my toe in it like you do, and I don't think we'll ever get out of it. Do you?
No, hell no. And it was funny talking with you earlier. Once you're bit, roller, as you know, that's it. I don't care if we're racing shopping carts or snow sleds. We're in it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I mean, I got my little hot rod truck and stuff, and I get to play with that. So yeah, you're exactly right, man. You spoke that one the truth on that we're always going to be in it somehow, some way.
Yeah, yeah. And my biggest thing is, dude, I miss the old days, and I know you know exactly what I'm talking about, because there was a lot of work, and we were happy to do the work, and we had a lot of fun doing the work. But the best times to me was the fan interaction, doing what we were doing with those guys, and putting smiles on faces and making memories, and then hanging out with our buddies and guys like you. And when we get them trucks loaded in the trailers with magnets at the end of the night, the cool ones come out, we start telling lies and reminiscing and BSing. Those were always good times to me, and I'll never forget those times.
And nothing better than those barbecue cookouts in between the trailers and stuff, where everybody just sat around and everybody laughed and, like you said, told the stories and stuff. And those meant so much to me. Those kind of deals like that. It was. I always look forward to. And when we ran with Don King a lot, Don King was big on doing the barbecuing and the cooking out and stuff like that. And it was always just so much fun to be able just to be regular guys, regular people, not be on spot, not to be on show, not to be in front of the crowd, but just to be there with your friends. Because when you travel over the weekend together with somebody for so long, you become a family. And we talk about this a lot on this show, but you become this family, and it's so nice. I mean, just like our connection, we ran shows together and stuff, and we talk every once in a while, but I mean, this meant so much for you to do this show for me, to get on here and just to be able to sit down as two guys that used to do stuff together and just enjoy talking, man. That's what it's about,
I couldn't agree more, and that's what I miss the most, for sure, because that was special times. And I'll tell you what, we don't see everybody like we used to always see them or whatnot. But what's amazing about the Monster Truck family, Roller, and I'm sure you would agree with this, is, dude, just like ourselves, you pick up right where you left off.
Oh,
and it's
guaranteed.
like you've never been gone.
No, never. Never. You're not behind the wheel again, but those stories are still there. That camaraderie is still there. And you can tell that, if I had the chance, would I do it again? I'd get out there and try it at least, for sure. Yeah.
Sure. Yep. But, I ran a show for Cameron and Green River, and I told him, I'm like, that ship's kind of sailed, and I took off, and my first hit in the wheelie, and the truck wasn't set up right, and you know how them kids are, they always think you're there to steal their jobs.
That's
and I'm
the truth.
like, no, dude, I'm just here to help my buddy out. He's down a driver, and I've done this, and dude, the truck wasn't set up right, and y'all, it hurt me. And I did nothing that I hadn't done 1,000 times before, but after that, dude, it definitely slowed my roll. I felt like, hey, well, maybe you're getting a little long in the tooth for this shit, Ronnie.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself, don't you, and have a conversation with yourself, man. For sure.
For sure. But and now, dude, I've been blessed, dude. I've lived my dreams, and like I said, I've built lasting, lifetime relationships with
guaranteed.
people that dude, I'll cherish forever.
Sure, guaranteed. And that means more than anything to me, anyway. I know it does to you, but it just means more to have those friends that when they're coming through town, they pick up the phone and they say, "Hey, you son of a bitch, what are you doing, man?" And it's just like so good because those memories all flash back, and everything is just it's great to have that, man. It really is.
Exactly, and I still get the opportunity. It's like every year to, World Finals comes to Salt Lake now in the summertime, and these guys row in, and it makes an old boy feel good when they reach out and call you up. But I'll tell you what, they're in town way too long. And, man, those guys play hard on a school night anymore. I'm sorry, but you sons of bitches got to go home because I got to go to work tomorrow. And you bend me up.
Yeah, exactly. But they're only doing what we did.
Yes,
that's exactly
they built the deer trail they're walking on. That's for sure.
Kevin Dickey, you're right. I got a friend on here named Kevin Dickey, and he says the legacies we leave are the friends we meet along the way, and it's true. I mean, it really is. But so, what do you think about these young kids now and what they're doing with these trucks?
Oh my gosh, Roller! I am I am blown away by the talent level that we see with these kids and some of the things that they're doing. But then by that same token, dude, it's like it's shit's gotten right out of hand, and dude, a lot of these guys are still my friends, and I worry about somebody getting tore up seriously. It's.
Yeah. Well,
it's like the progression of anything. I mean, we've seen it with freestyle motocross or whatnot, but man, some of the things they're doing now, it's hard to forget there's somebody in that seat.
Yeah, it is. And I can remember one time we were doing a show with Bobby Holman and them, and I can remember Bobby Holman saying, his doctor had told him that there's just so many, and it wasn't a big percentage of pounds, pressure can rip your heart out of your chest, in the little cradle it sets in. And I mean, they are catching some big air, Ron. I mean, these guys are and backflipping and doing some stuff that what they're doing is they've perfected the crashing that everybody else used to do. They've learned how to recover from the crash.
Right.
So how many times were you on your side of your wheels and you gagged it and brought it back up and finished a freestyle? These kids do
not many, dude. We get them that far over, and you're crawling out the window.
Well, exactly right, and turning it back on its wheels. But these kids nowadays, man, I've seen them save some stuff that you're just like, I can't believe you just done that. I don't believe that even physically happened, but you did it, and I seen it, and man, I just worry. And they're putting a lot of these young girls in there, and they're good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking the women at all. These girls are very good drivers, but I'm just afraid that they're going to get hurt. They just they take some hits.
Oh man, and as we both know, the human body can only take so much. Well, and I'm a perfect example, man. I'm 58 years old, and I lean against the wall to pull my Levi's on in the morning.
I can't get to the wall. I have to lay on the floor to do it.
Right. So I love the progression and stuff, but that's just my biggest fear. Because, like I say, there's still somebody in that seat, regardless of who it is, and with the way they're pushing they're not just pushing the envelope anymore. They're moving the whole post office.
Boy, that's the truth, man. They really are. And I mean, Tom's got a good school that he teaches them kids, and Tom's always been a good guy with safety and stuff like that, So
sure,
Kevin Dickey, have a good night, buddy.
Tom got bit.
Yeah, Tom got bit a big bunch, and
I still talk to Tom occasionally and whatnot, dude, and he's lucky to be upright and walking, and we've seen Big Daddy Dennis get hurt, and just some of these things that they're doing, dude. It's like it frightens me. Don't get me wrong, man. I think it's bitching. I love to see it, but being on the flip side of the coin, knowing, it's like, gosh, dang, man, it ain't if, it's when.
That and you just nailed it on the head. My dad used to tell me, you can master a lot of things, but you cannot master a car. The minute you think you've mastered it is when that car is going to hurt you. And I never understood what he said until one night I lost the brakes on a Trans Am because I was overdriving that Trans Am and the brakes went out. And I know exactly what he meant after that, man. And it's the truth. Yeah, it's just one of them. Look at Dale Earnhardt. Okay, perfect example. Drove forever with loose seat belts and not a full faced helmet and
open face helmet.
And Ed Beckley's got one of his cars that he didn't get killed in, but the same kind of wreck that ended up killing him dead, man. And just
and that was nothing. How many times, dude, did we see him cartwheel like a tumbleweed down the front or the back stretch, and he just brushed the wall basically, and that was the end of the line.
Yeah, when I had Ed on, he has a friend that he's living in this it's like a barn dominium deal, and this guy that he rent from has one of Dale's cars, and it's a car that he wrecked, just like the other one that he got killed in, and the steering wheel's all pushed, forward and stuff from him, the pressure of the hit and stuff, and just to see the car is eerie enough, let alone to see what would happen with Dale's car,
Oh yeah, I can't even imagine. And I'll tell you, I mean, I learned that shit the hard way, Roller, because when I got off the motocross bikes, dude, I got in that midget, that Focus midget and the open wheel cars, and I was like, what possibly bad can happen?
Yeah.
Look, I've got a chrome ollie roll cage around me. I've got a 5-point harness, and au contraire, amigo, I can tell you, I can't believe I didn't kill myself in that car a couple of times.
Yeah.
It definitely has a tendency to pump your brakes a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Guaranteed. Even the best snake handlers get bit every once in a while, right?
Sure.
not calling anybody a snake, but I mean they practice not getting bit a lot, and they still end up getting bit. So no matter what you have around me, the laws are going to get you sooner or later. Murphy's law is going to get you.
Sure. Yep. You play with fire, sooner or later you get burnt.
That's the truth, my brother. That's the truth. So nowadays, you got a 9-to-5er, and but then you get to spend time on your pontoon boat and do a little bit of razor riding and stuff, and hanging out with the grandkids and stuff. Life has become kind of simple and kind of great, hasn't it?
Super magical. I'll tell you what, I work for a great outfit. I enjoy what I do. I've got good customers, and I'm telling you, them grandbabies, they're absolutely magical. I tell my son all the time, or I had no idea they were that cool. Had I known they were that cool, I'd have started with them.
That's the truth. Too bad you couldn't, I mean, I know exactly what you mean.
And then, my big thing, dude, is I'm just, we chatted about this a little bit, but why I'm still healthy and can get around, dude, I'm a marsh rat. I love waterfowl hunting. I belong to a couple of duck clubs here in Salt Lake. I mean, I can be in the marsh 25 minutes from my driveway, and I'll tell you this, Roller, it's a million miles away, if you know what I mean.
Yes, it is. Nothing better than being in a duck blind with your buddies.
Nope. I couldn't agree more. And seeing the sunrise or the sunset. And I got an amazing little female black lab that she's just a gem. I sent her to college. And she's real trained up, and just watching her work and do her thing, and being out with your buddies or my kid, or and now I'm looking forward to to taking my granddaughters out there and spending time in the marsh. That's kind of what I'm all about now.
Well, you know what? You've done the exciting things in your life, and now it's just time to enjoy your life, reminisce on the stories, and create new magical moments with those grandkids. Man, I don't get to see my granddaughter a lot, and I wish I did. But my God, when I see her, I'm trying to get her in here. I want to get her into doing, learning how to make music and stuff, and just different things, But yeah, if you could start out with them, Ed Beckley, we'll see you later. I know he said you got to run, but anyway, I wish you're right. You wish you could start with them, and I'd love to have. I need a grandson because I don't know how to play dolls. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, well,
I
can tell you this, Roller. I don't play. I don't play dolls, but if they're into whatever, they love dancing, and Pop will dance with them and whatnot. But they both got their own guns now. I know that's crazy. You're probably going to get some backlash.
No, it's not. No, it's not if they're taught right. It's not.
Right. No, that's how we grew up. Hell, I remember going to school and having a shotgun in the back window of my truck.
Yes, sir. Guaranteed.
We don't do that anymore.
No, not at all.
That's how they're going to be. But yeah, and it's good for me because growing up, I missed a lot of stuff when my son was growing up and whatnot. Dude, I was on the road, and for lack of a better word, I was selfish. I was having blast, and I was doing my thing, and I was providing. So I thought I was doing the right things, but you can't turn back time, and I missed out on a lot of that. Well, that ain't gonna happen this go around.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Ours lives on the very north end of Denver, and her events are always during the week, and they're always the wife doesn't get out of work until 4, and that's when the events start. She's into cheerleading and all that, and we can't go. We just can't make it because of the traffic and stuff.
Sure. Oh, it's horrible, dude. I'll tell you what, and just over the other side of the hill in Salt Lake, you should see this place now.
Is it crazy?
Oh, dude, stupid. It's like living in San Bernardino or Denver anymore.
Wow.
The traffic, the amount of people we got, it's crazy. And we are pretty blessed. They're close, and my wife is super good with them. Debbie says, wait till they want to do your nails and makeup. I'm well,
that's already happened.
I might be down with a pedicure or something like that, but makeup.
I have to just admit the truth, and I'll never lie to anybody. I have done the makeup and I have done the nails, man, and it's something that I didn't want to do, but to see it in her little heart, to tell her no, I'm not built like that. I can tell my boys no all day long, all week long, all month long. It don't hurt me a bit, but when I tell her no, it's like you just rip my heart right completely out. So yeah, let's do the makeup, let's do the nails, let's make Pops look silly and have fun, and then you want to take pictures and all this other stuff, yeah, okay, whatever you want to do, I'm going to do it for you,
Yeah,
that's the way it is.
I couldn't agree more, because they just melt our hearts for sure. It's pretty bitchin'.
It really is, man. It's a good time, But anything for the future that we need to watch out for, that you might be someplace doing, maybe some announcing somewhere or anything like that?
The guy that bought my truck has the Monster Truck family tour, and he'd invited me out to do some announcing for him. I really enjoyed that. You can do it at your own terms, and it's not an every weekend thing. And it was so weird for guys like us, Roller, to see that it's okay to be at home. It's okay to do other things, because I was just never wired that way. I was always the lover of the other side of the hill, and dude, it's like now, we still hang out with my old crew chief. He's got some property up here east of Ogden, and we spend a lot of weekends up there camping and just riding the side-by-sides, dude. I got a general here that's got a trunk in it, and my cooler fits fine in there, and I'm fine with going slow and seeing some things and whatnot. So, life's good, dude. I've been more than blessed, much like yourself.
Well, that's good, man. Well, buddy, I tell you what, I really have enjoyed talking with you, man. And it's just I appreciate it so much. You don't know how much it means to me to be able to catch up and for you to take time out of your busy day and sit here and talk to me, man.
Well, it's truly my pleasure. I was excited to do it. It's great to hear from you again. I can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart for putting together that song. It really touched on everything, and I thought you just, that was a grand slam, Roller. So thank you.
No problem, my friend. And I tell you what, if I get over there, I'll call you. If you get over here, you call me, and wherever we are, dinner's on me. And bring your wife, and I'd love to meet her and let you meet my wife, and we can sit down and we can tell some stories that we couldn't tell on the radio.
Looking forward to it, my friend.
All right, buddy.
Again, thanks to everybody for tuning in, and thanks for the opportunity. And I'm truly touched you reached out, because I had a lot of fun. And let's do this again, can we?
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I ask everybody if they'd like to be back on again, and maybe towards the end of the summer or something, we'll have you on, find out what you've been doing and stuff. We'll have more stories. You can always go to YouTube and you can check out all the old episodes. I put them all up on YouTube, and you can do that. And love to have you tune in. It's every Wednesday, every Sunday. We always start off about 6 o'clock with music, and then we have an interview with somebody at 7. And you're more than welcome to be back on at any time, man. And always just jump in and say, hey, man, how you doing, or whatever. We'll always take time to say hi to you and everything, man, for sure.
Well, I appreciate it. You and yours have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we'll do it again soon. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna play a little bit of music here for a little bit, and then we're gonna shut her down about 9 o'clock. So, buddy, I love you to death, man, and it's just our friendship means a lot. So, thank you very much.
Right back at you, my friend. Again, have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, buddy.
So long.
So long. That's it, folks. That's all. All right, guys. Well, that's my buddy, my man, the myth, the legend right there, Mr. Ron Dumcombe. Just a great time, man. We've had a lot. I just had so much fun on the road with these guys, and it means so much for me to be able to bring these songs to you, and to bring these stories to you, not necessarily the songs, but to just bring these stories to you and stuff like that. So let's see here, let's play something here. Let's see here. All right, let's do this. Let's see here. Now I'll wait and save that. Let's see here. Hold on just a second. Bear with me for un momento. See, now that I'm going Latin crossover music, I'm starting to speak Spanish pretty well. I'm pretty mucho languisheo. Okay, I don't know if that's a word or not, but mi habla español poquito. Okay, I know that for sure. So let's see here. Let's do an old C10 song. It's a rock song right here, and it's one that I made here just last week, and it's called "Shakes the Ground." It's about a C10 truck. Nothing special about any C10 truck. Just about C10 trucks, and it's in the rock theme. So we'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music. We'll talk to you here in just a minute.
1, 2, crank car. Chrome jaw
set in the daylight glare. White stance mean like it don't play fair. Pain so deep it bends the sun. Every line says this truck ain't done. Big motor breathing through open steel. Cam loops hard, yeah, it's raw and real. Crowd goes quiet when the key turns slow. Then the whole damn street says, here we go. Hands over ears, hearts beat loud when it fires up, it draws a crowd. Yeah, this C10 don't whisper, it shakes the ground. Bang, motor thunder, hear that angry sound. A war with a steel built to be seen. Jaw drop and stand slow and mean. From the asphalt up to the neon glow. When the C10 rolls, the whole world knows. Yeah, this C10 shakes the ground. Shakes the ground. Every boat turn with busted knuckles. Late night lights and empty bottles. Bill not bought, every inch earned. Lessons paid for bridges burned. Air ride drops and it stands up tall. Flashbulbs hit when the judges call. Kids point fingers, old men grin. They know damn well what it took to win. No leash, no chains, no slowing down. This truck was born to wear the crown. Oh, this C10 don't whisper, it shakes the ground. Hear that cam chop, pound for pound. Award-winning metal, flawless and clean. Big block soul with a street fight sheen. From the show lights down to the back row crown. When the C10 hits, the walls come down. Yeah, this C10 shakes the ground. Shakes the ground. Yeah. Back road, blacktop, midnight run. Tack climbs fast when the light turns green. Rear tires talk, smoke curls thin. You don't race clocks, you race the grin. Radio down, just engine song. Every mile pulls a knot along. Built to drive, not hide away. This truck earns respect every damn day. Drop the clutch, boom, feel it in your chest. Oil fire, steel and sweat. Haters scream, earth replies. You don't fake truth, you amplify. Let it breathe. C10 shakes the ground. crowd still roars. That's what a real C10's built for.
Well, there you go, man. There you go, right there, guaranteed. That song's got a high driving sound to it, don't it? Right there. Well, for you that's tuned in with the show, you heard it, the first one, but I've mentioned several times that I have always wanted to do a song crossover between Latin and English, and I took my first song, and it was about Vader Prowse, and I made it last night, the night before, and I already wrote the lyrics, so all I did was copy and paste and put this in my program, and I told it I wanted it to do it in some interweave. That's the what we ended up finally, because it really took a long time to get it to do what I wanted. So I told her I wanted to interweave the English and Latin language together, and it took Vader Prowse and did a good job. So I immediately sent it to Raul, who owns the song with Vader, and I said, please listen to this and tell me if everything is right. And because, I speak a little Spanish, okay? More numbers than anything because of the auctioneering. And so I have no idea if this thing is embarrassing me out there or not. And Raul was the kind of guy that would tell me, and he said no. He said it was spot on. He said it was awesome. He said I loved it, and it fit his culture, his heritage and stuff. And he said I couldn't be more happy with the song. And he said keep continuing to do what you do. So I thought, okay, I'm getting kind of big and tough right here, and I thought, all right, I'm going to make a song about Acapulco, and what am I going to call it? And I thought, I'm going to just make a song about come join me in Acapulco and have fun and stuff, but I wanted to say this and this and this, and I kind of built a little bit of the lyrics and stuff of it, and then I said I want you to take it and build on it some more and interweave the Latin and the English together and make this song about come join me in Acapulco. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on Pedal to the Metal, here it is, called Come Join Me in Acapulco.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Leave your worries behind. Feel that ocean breeze, let it clear your mind. Barefoot running where the blue waves roll. That rhythm of the tide gonna move your soul. Kids laughing under golden skies. Music drifting while the seagulls fly. Hear that drum calling from afar. Tonight we dance like shining stars. Don't wait for someday. Tonight's the night. Under moon and paradise lights. Oh, come join me in Acapulco. Come join me in Acapulco. We'll be dancing on the sand, playing those congas loud while the waves clap hands. Señorita smiling, everyone feels young. Come and join the fiesta. The night has just begun. It's better than dancing in the streets, better than staying home alone. Come to Acapulco, baby, this is where you belong.
Baila conmigo bajo la luna, la vida es buena, fortuna, fortuna. Siente el ritmo, no digas no. Ven a Acapulco, vámonos.
Firelight flickers on the shore. Hear that guitar crying out for more. Footprints fading where we spun around. Lost and found in that Latin sound. Boys are cheering, joy is everywhere. Salt in the breeze running through your hair. Hearts wide open, spirits free. This is exactly where you're meant to be.
Bring your conga, bring your song. Out here everybody belongs, from sunset glow to morning sun.
In Acapulco, life's begun. Oh, hear the rhythm call your name. One night here and you're never the same. Come join me in Acapulco. Feel the magic in the air. Dance into the sunrise without a single care. Señoritas laughing, music pulling strong. Come and join the fiesta where your heart can sing
there you go, man, right here. This next song goes out to my buddy. I know he's on here, and he said his brother was on, and this has got to pay my song from my buddy Sam Dito right here. Hold on, we'll play that, and we'll be right back. Oh, Sam, I didn't see you were leaving, man.
Sam Ditto's a man who likes to ride, hands on the grips, throttle twisted wide. Never argued being called heavy-wristed. That engine talks and he always listens. Bought his first bike in 2008. Takes on a Harley, sealed his fate. Old soft-tail, pearl, white and blue. That bike felt born for breaking loose. He's been riding since 17. Wind on his face, heart running free. One road speak when the world gets loud. Chrome and miles keep him steady now. Yeah, some men pray, some men roll. Sam Ditto rides that country blues road. Oil patch of morning, the sun barely high. Riding to work while the rest drive by. Days on the road, man, he misses those days. Highway home in a different way. Hard head off, gloves pulled tight. That ride home felt better than right. Gas tank singing, engine warm. Felt more alive than he'd ever been born. He's been riding since 17. Wind on his face, hot running free. When the nights get long and the roads get tired, that motor's truth never wants a lie. Yeah, some men pray, some men roll. Sam Ditto rides that country blues road. Then love came along like love always does. Wedding rings and grown-up stuff. Traded the soft tail, tried to slow it down, but no bike ever felt quite right around. Bought one just to flip for play. Didn't plan on keeping it anyway, but the first owner treated her like gold. Every service loved, every story told. Some things don't speak till you take it slow. And they grab your heart and won't let go. He's been riding since 17, still chasing that in between. When the cold rolls in and nights run along, that engine hum feels like an old blues song. Yeah, some men pray, some men roll. Sam Ditto rides that country blues road. He gave that bike his own kind of style. Lifted the front fender a couple inches high. 21-inch flat spoke, black and chrome. Front end tall like it finally found home. Dropped the back with an air ride low. 16-inch flat spoke, tucked in slow. Merlot sun glow, shining deep and bold. She's a fine-looking dresser, true truth be told, hobo nickel shining clean and bright, time and cover stamped to mark his life. And Mitchell said, so the whole world knows, that bike ain't borrowed, that bike's his soul. I ride all I can till the cold sets in. When 40 hits, old bones don't bend. Batteries fade and the wind cuts sharp, but the dream still pulls on the same old hard days on the road. That's a full-time plan. The bike's jelly to my homemade biscuit, man. If I could, I'd ride all day long. Wind in my hair, fish tape, singing their song. He's been riding since 17, still chasing miles, still riding clean. Life changed lanes, but the road stayed true. Every scar earned, every mile due. Yeah, some men pray, some men rode. Sam Ditto rides that country blues road. Heavy-wristed, hands still strong, Merlot sun glow rolling on. Yeah, the road knows his name, and the road remembers him.
There you go, man. Sam Ditto, my brother right there. That goes out to him. Tony Curcio, man. Glad to see you on here, my brother. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Look forward to talking to you, man. Hope you're doing good. Anyway, like I said, on Sunday, I got a buddy of mine named Bobby C. He's going to be talking about a car show that he's got up in I think he's up in Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. But he's going to be talking about that for the first hour of the show. And then we got Joey Sylvester with the Bad Habit Monster Truck coming in on the second half at 7. And we're going to be talking about Joey's career and his racing and stuff. And you know, he's just a full-time driver, man. He just was born to drive, this boy, and he's done a very, very good job in it. And you know, with Bad Habit Monster Truck and the different vehicles that he's drove in his life and stuff like that. And he's just done very well for himself. And that's going to be an exciting show to have him on. And then, of course, we got Monster Truck extraordinaire Kevin King on the 11th. We're going to be talking to him. And then Adam Cheech, a buddy of mine that is open mic guy here in Denver, Colorado. He's going to be on with, they've been cutting some tracks. I asked him if he had any of his own music, and he said he didn't. And they cut a few tracks, and we're going to be playing those and stuff. And Adam goes around to the few different bars here in town, and he allows people to, you know, if they got songs out there and they want to play, he has this open mic night, and he plays. He has them come out and play and stuff. And so we're going to work together, and we're going to have some of these people on the show, and we're going to give them a platform to do their music on. Like the other night, I had Tim Dudley on, and Tim Dudley is he's extraordinary great Elvis impersonator, and you know, he does a great job at it. And we had him on. Me and him had been friends for a long time, and it was a good show, and I liked it and stuff. And we look forward to having more people on there. And then, of course, on the 18th is Rebecca and Darren Schnell from Bigfoot. They travel the road, and they are doing. They're doing the Hot Wheels tour over in Europe, and they're over there right now, and they're going to be coming back here in the next week or so, and they're going to take time and be on the show on the 18th. And then the 22nd, we got Josh Bumgardner. Josh is a monster truck driver, drives a Bigfoot truck out there, and he was just in Amarillo this weekend. And if anybody's done a show in Amarillo before, that building there on the fairgrounds is a big floor. It's a fun floor. If I was a driver, I know that would be a fun floor to drive in and stuff. It's just a lot of room, big air kind of deals, and stuff. And the crowds are good crowds. I think they sold those shows out. I don't know who the promoter was over there, but kudos to them for selling that out and doing very well, because they do that once a year over there, and I think they're doing very well at it. And then, of course, on the 25th, we got monster truck legend Alan Pizzo in the house, man. Alan had Predator monster truck with Lenny Kierdeer, drove for a long time, and then Prowler, and Alan's got a Prowler monster truck that's the original monster truck redone, and it sits in the Hall of Fame right now and stuff. So we're going to be talking to him about his time in the monster truck business and stuff. And if for any of you that ever ran with a show with Alan and his dad was with you, his dad was an amazing chiropractor, man. That man could crack a back and make you just feel so good. And it was always a pleasure to see Mr. Pizzo and him and Alan, and of course run with Lenny and stuff. And those were some quality trucks, and they've been around forever. So February's full except for the 15th at the 7 o'clock hour, and I'll fill that up tomorrow or the next day, and we'll get going there. So just like I said, I've been working on some songs, trying to get those going, doing a lot of other things right now. So made this one here. I think you guys heard it last week, but we'll play it again. And this is for my buddy Adam Cheech, and it's called Open Mic Gold. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music, in a minute.
Alarm clock ringing before daylight breaks. Coffee burns and a long road waits. Punches a card, keeps his head down straight. Dreams don't clock in, they don't punch out late. Calloused hands, strings by deep. Songs in his bones that won't let him sleep. Every word lived, every line true. Writing tomorrow when the day is through. He ain't chasing smoke or a borrowed name. Just wants his songs to stand their ground. He's paid in miles and sleepless nights, gas and strings and ballroom lights. Sings like the room might change his life, even when it's quiet as a red light. 12 strings ringing, heart laid bare, truth in his voice, nothing spared. If hard work ever turns, it'll be open mic gold. One room walls and a blinking screen, learning the craft in between the scenes. Records it raw, mixes it clean, no shortcuts taken, no in between. Drives past towns that forget his name, sets up quiet, plays the same. Leaves it all on a borrowed stage, lets the music say what it can't say. No crowd too small to give it his best. That's how belief survives the test. He's paid in miles and second chances, big mic stands and hard-earned glances. Sings like tomorrow depends on tonight, like one right here couldn't make it right. 12 strings humming, steady and bold, every note honest, bought and sold. If hard work ever turns, it'll be open mic gold. All it takes is one right here, one true moment, one sincere. A good song don't beg or fold, it waits to be known. He's paid in miles and belief held tight, long roads home and short goodbyes. guys still showing up when no one calls, still standing tall when the silence falls. 12 strings are ringing through hope and doubt. That's what real work sounds like now. If hard work ever turns, it'll be open like gold. No shortcuts taken, no lines bent, just songs written the way they're meant.
There you go. Open my gold right there. Let's see here. Shut that down right here. I'm going to play a couple more, guys, and then I'm going to get out of here. I really do apologize for not having the first hour of the music portion of the show on, guys, but there was nothing I could do. It wasn't from me not trying to get the show going. But, hey, you can't... when the bugs happen, there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to work them out. And the lady that helped me out from Hewlett Packard, their 24-hour service line, did a good job, man. So we're up and running. And I want to thank Ron for coming on tonight. He sent me just a text a minute ago, and I read part of it. And Ron, it's a pleasure having you on, and you definitely will be on again for sure. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that very much. I really do. Yeah, you know me. I like to have my show. I like to do the show, man. I really do. And that's just all there is to it. So let's see here. What are we going to play? What are we going to do here? What are we going to do? Well, let's see here. Vindication. Let's do, okay. For you folks out there that know what a cumbia is, it's a Latin dance song, okay? And it's just a really, Selena, she sang a lot of cumbia music, and it's really, it really gets you in the beat. It's, I don't understand the language, you know, but I love the music and stuff and stuff like that, and the way that some of this stuff's coming out is just, it's pretty cool, man. I really, really like it. So this is called Cumbia Jukebox. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal.
Suena lento el tambor, la noche despierta. Ven conmigo, déjate llevar. City lights fading into moonlight glow. Heartbeat moving in the rhythm slow. And we stop close, you a little closer. Music rising on the shoulder. Warm and sit on your skin. Feel that smile pulling you in. When no bass drops soft and low, everybody stops and low. No rules, no rush tonight. Just you and the moving light. Baila conmigo la cumbia y en topero sensual. Move your body side to side. Feel the rhythm natural. Baila conmigo la cumbia. Hands up, oh let go. Modern fire, old school soul. Esto paso flow. Paso a paso sin tensar. Deja el cuerpo hablar. Siente el pulso del tambor. Esta noche es para amar. Neon shadows on the wall. Hear the crowd when the night calls. Pop melodies right in the beat. Old tradition, new heartbeat. From the cradle to the floor. Every move asks for more. When the rhythm beats the sound, that's where melodies found. and pulling everywhere. Past and present intertwined, different worlds on state of mind. Cuando suena el acordeón, late más fuerte el corazón. Lo sientes, sí, lo hay más así. Adición aquí, futuro también. Baila conmigo la cumbia, déjala correr. Every step, every turn, feel the moment burn. Baila conmigo la cumbia, lleva reggaeton on. Classic roots, modern groove, we keep dancing on. Suena el tambor, la noche sigue viva, cumbia en el corazón.
All right, there you go. There you go. We're kind of all over the genre board tonight, guys. I'll guarantee you that right now. We'll end up right here playing our last song for the evening. And after this one, we're going to just go ahead and head into our outro music. And I'm going to shut her down. And yes, Debbie, my blood pressure has went down because I get to talk to my lug nuts, man. I get to talk to my family here. You know, my Wednesday and Sundays, I look so much forward to them, and I was a little I was a little gruff with the people from Hewlett Packard until this lady come on, and she kind of basically told me, just calm down. We'll get you back on the air here, and she calmed me down. But the first ones, they wanted to explain everything after they, you know, we got to buy this and you got to buy that and then that, and I got to read you something. I said, I don't want to hear you read nothing. I'm just gonna buy it. Don't worry about. Oh, I gotta say it, sir. I gotta read it. And I was like, you know, the blood pressure was going up, and this lady come on, and she's like, home, just home, calm down, you'll be all right, we'll get you on the air. And I'd already called Ron and told him, I said, dude, it doesn't look like we're gonna get beyond. And thank God he was cool enough, man, to get on there. Oh, Carter said award-winning dance moves. Wow, huh? Award-winning. Ooh, Carter. Anyway, it was just a fun show tonight, just because it was a recovery show more than anything, man. It was just a recovery one. So we're going to go over to the western side of the genre here, and we're going to play Where Do the Good Horses Go When They Die? And then I'm going to say goodbye, and we're out of here. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys, and we'll be back on Sunday, and we're going to have another great show. So make sure you tune in and listen to Pedal to the Metal. By then, I'll have some more music made, and we'll just get ready to go. So talk to you later. I love you, lug nuts, and you guys have a safe weekend. Be safe out there. If it's snowing in your country, stay warm. If it's not, just stay cool, okay? Talk to you soon.
I remember the day you were born and the way you looked me in the eye. I knew right then you'd be my horse, and we'd chase the long roads of our lives. From the mountains down to the oceans, through the hills and the open plains, you always stood right there beside me. Never once did you complain. You were steady when the trail got narrow, sure-footed through dust and rain. Didn't matter what the load was, you carried it without a change. Every mile you gave me your heart, every ride you gave me your trust. And that's the reason I loved you, more than words, more than dust. So tell me, where do the good horses go when they die? Do they run through a big green pasture in the sky? Is there fresh water flowing and sweet grass hay to eat? Somebody ride them gentle, keep those hooves trimmed neat. Do they turn into angels or just wait somewhere up high? Where do the good horses go when they die? When the barn feels quiet at sunset and your halter's hanging on the wall, I swear I still hear your hoofbeats like you're answering my call. You gave me more than miles and memories, more than the wind and the rains. You gave me a piece of your soul, and I'll carry that till the end. Maybe heaven smells like leather, and the earth is soft and wide, where the fences never bind you, and the trails don't ever end in goodbye. So tell me, where do the good horses go when they die? Do they run forever beneath open skies? Is there cool shade in the summer, warm stalls when it's cold? Do they feel every ounce of the love they once showed? Do they weigh with a saddle and a soft knowing eye? Where do the good horses go when they die? If you're waiting on some high trail with the sun low and the air just right, save me a place in that saddle. We'll ride again one day into the light.
Guys, don't forget we have Echoes of the West album on sale right now, and then this morning at midnight, the song, the album Black Tie Soul come out on Spotify and YouTube and all the other platforms you can buy music or listen to music on. So go over there and check it out, man. Black Tie Soul is a really good album. I love it. You can still purchase all the other albums, Colorado Country, Cruising the Classics and stuff like that. So check all those albums out. If you want to purchase one, all you got to do is get a hold of me. The website's coming along real good, okay? The website is coming along real good. I hope to have it by Sunday, but not sure if it's going to be. But anyway, I'm letting this young man do it, and I'm not pushing him and stuff. It's going to turn out really nice. So you'll be able to go to fill out a pamphlet to be on the show. You'll be able to go buy swag there. You'll be able to listen to old episodes. You'll be able to listen to the new episode that's current. So I'm just going to direct everybody, when you go, if you haven't been on Pedal to the Metal before, just go to the website and click on it, and you can listen to it live right there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a nice website, and he's really taking his time with it. So we'll go from there. So anyway, once again, guys, I appreciate you very much, and you have a good one, and we'll see you on Sunday. Be safe out there, hug your loved ones, and just be sassy, okay?
All right, everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Pedal to the Metal. I want to send out a huge thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in and supporting the show. I also want to thank all of our amazing sponsors. You're the ones that help keep the wheels turning, and we truly appreciate you. Be sure to join us every Wednesday and Sunday. We kick things off with music at 6 p.m. each night, and the full show starts at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Until next time, keep the pedal down, heads high, and we'll see you at the next show.